Winter's almost here.
Yeah, I know. Excited. I've been waiting for it to not be 8
COVID.
degrees.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Just changing weather. All right, so today's class is about prospecting and lead capture. So we'll talk about that. We want to just look for any new updates, guys, in regards to CAR. All right, we'll sit down those.
What is this weirdness?
I know.
This is craziness.
Sorry.
Like the mom got on a wig, the dad got on a,
British.
is that why they so ugly?
It's British.
Weird looking.
British.
Ugh.
Um, People Matters podcast, because that's what I want to listen to.
JJ, you're very responsible. I just want you to know that.
Do I?
Because you have on a mask
Oh,
and
yeah, it's not for me, it's for you, yeah.
yes, exactly. And when I was, recently I was on a plane
Yes.
and people are so coughing and sneezing and crap without a mask on. And I'm with a mask on and I'm like, I'm not even coughing and sneezing. You over here gagging for your life.
That's why you get COVID on the plane.
Yeah, it's disgusting. People are gross.
I did a lot of research on masks back when we got COVID. This company is from Israel. They make not promoting them. So no,
Even though you just did.
even though I mean,
5 years.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's what.
99% rate of neutralized viruses and bacteria with built-in antimicrobial property.
Ah.
They have a whole website.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I mean, 99% rate of neutralizing viruses.
I mean, it's not like you don't wear them for like other things.
Something, right? These are it's.
You could go to an inspection.
So an N95 mask filters 95%. It's 97.
Wow.
This is
That's good because
Comfort level high.
yeah, because those other ones feel like wearing.
Yeah, but N95 cuts you.
My sister was
Yeah, you
wearing them.
can't
I was
breathe.
like,
Yeah, you can't breathe.
were you comfortable at all?
Right.
It always just looks like a muzzle, a dog
Right.
muzzle.
Like you're in a hospital too.
It's copper infused and somehow
Oh, copper's good for you.
zinc, it's either zinc or copper. I don't know. Anyway. It works.
Zinc is also combative of C19.
Also good for your skin.
There you go.
That's true. So is copper.
So you won't break out.
That's
like
right.
that, JJ.
So JJ's gonna have a good complexion.
Yes,
Yeah.
acne from your mask or spotting or anything. So you have
Only
something
those
there.
intense line marks and all that crap.
You might still get those. but-
No.
Definitely.
Feeling under the weather, JJ? I'm not chancing it for anyone else.
He's a good person.
Sorry?
He's a good person.
He's, JJ's the best person.
So I know that there are new forms coming out in December.
in December.
So,
Well, that means they're gonna change them again.
But they're good, they're good. I mean, they're good addendums.
so are they hopefully not brand new
They
forms?
make sense. No, they make sense. It cleans up a lot of the questions. New forms and revision.
I'm telling you, by March, April, we have other new forms.
They haven't posted them yet. We're still on July 2024. So somehow our attorney from this office got the December forms in advance. I don't know how he did it. He must be on the CAR team.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say CIA. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing yet, but it's always staying on top of it. I have to tell you, we are really on top of it in this office, because I've talked to people from other brokerages. They're, they don't get updates like we could. So between me and Michael Rosales, but you guys are really top. Okay, so I went to the Hollywood Hills office yesterday, and I was talking to an agent there. Runs a very successful team. And I was talking to him about what I do here, and then asking him what he does for accountability for his team. And he's really high on accountability, meaning how many contacts you're doing, getting people into command. But what he starts with, which was very interesting, what he starts with is making sure that new agents that come on his team first put their own sphere into command before we even get to this part. So, this is where to go to get business, but this is business that's not in your sphere, right? This is like outside of your sphere. And I found it very interesting. He was saying that, over the years, he's found that business, I know personally from my own research, just going back and saying, where did my deals come from? They come from referrals from my own sphere, where my deals come from, no matter what advertising I'm doing, bus bench advertising, classified ads, internet, whatever it is. When I go back and I look, where did my business come from? It's always a referral from someone I know. Someone I know calls me and says, JJ, someone's thinking about something, call them, So interestingly, he gets his team, people that come on, to first only call through their own database, get them on command, and call each person in their own database and make sure that they have their contact information, phone number, email, right? Which makes a lot of sense, because that's where your business is going to come from. So, we're going to talk about this stuff a little bit, but the goal is to really get your own clients into command. And he said before he puts his clients on a automatic campaign or right, but before he even puts them on anything automatic, he makes sure that everyone calls through their database. And don't forget, we need to contact every single person in our database once a quarter. So there's plenty of work to do for us. The accountability part is really the most important part. It's how many contacts are you making a day? So I talked to Josh, I talked to Paul in the office, and I'm like, Josh, I'm telling Josh, Paul, I can do everything, like from the point of someone saying, okay, I'm talking to a buyer, I'm talking to a seller, now what? Like, that's where I can help. But the actual picking up the phone and making the call, like, that's up to you, right? I can't twist your arm and make you do it. Like, and myself, like, we all need accountability for ourselves. We all have to block the time and do it. The really successful teams that I see, this is all they focus on, is the daily lead generation. The commercial, you know, we have the number one commercial. We have the number one, this is the number one KW commercial brokerage in California. Our commercial department here has gotten so strong. We are now the number one. You know, whatever number one is, that's us. And to walk around just the office and see people at their desk making calls every day, it's pretty awesome. That's a great, before the commercial department was so strong like that is. And now it's a great atmosphere to be around. You know, both. So someone else came to me this morning and they were like, no, I need to make money. And I'm like, look, there's lots of ways to make money. I say, if you want to make money, then I suggest that I suggest you do leasing. Leasing is quick money. It's not a lot of money, but you can make money at it and you can grow that business really fast. So I would say go on Zillow. And all you need to do is pull up addresses on Zillow. Pull up the address on the MLS. You'll see immediately if it's associated with an MLS number. Just pull up, you know, go on Zillow, go on the MLS, see if you can make a match. The property's not on Zillow and it's not being posted by a management company. We're talking about thousands and thousands of properties, so there's no shortage of properties. Just start calling these rental owners and say, hey, would you like to list your property on the MLS? It's really that simple. Would you like to list your property on the MLS? And if they say, tell me more about it, it's how much it costs, you know, this is the fee. And I'll get your property on the MLS. And you could literally, if you spent all your time doing that, you would have, you know, how many listings a day you can go for, or you have to set a goal for yourself. I want to list 2-3 properties a day. You could easily do that. Then you have to figure out how you got to take the pictures, got to do the description, do the MLS entry. But you could be the king or queen of leases easily, right? There's a lot of opportunity there.
You
And
find a lot of people looking for leases on Nextdoor. If you join like your local Nextdoor, I get them for the neighborhood we're in all the time. People looking for like, they're not looking in any sort of normal reasonable price range. They're all looking for like
right.
bedrooms in apartments, or like someone was asking for a $700 a month studio apartment.
Right, so then you're gonna, qualify someone. Someone's gonna call you.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna call you and they're gonna say, can I see this property? Before you even show that property, you're gonna qualify them. Right? I need to send you an application. They'll fill it out. You'll see, you know, proof of income. And then depending on what you qualify for, then you know what to show them. Before you even go and waste your time going to show them anything.
But you can find buyers or renters.
Yeah, no, but like selling for sure. And then once you're doing this, you're gonna be talking to people that can actually afford to buy and they don't even know it, right? They can maybe get qualified for an FHA, like who knows?
You know, I tried to get a family that was looking for a house, but she never responded. It would have been perfect because they were asking for a pretty large lease, and I was like, you could probably buy something if your mortgage, if you're wanting to pay like $6,000 or $7,000 just in rent. But that didn't work. I wish it did though.
All right, so, I mean, that's my suggestion. I think it's a pretty easy picking. Make money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
question you gave me, I'm still having trouble trying to find out the Section 8 information.
Section 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people ask me about that. And the place is out in Alhambra that you gave me, and no one answered the phones there. Is any place in Los Angeles you can go to, like a housing authority? I think of one of them.
So, I mean, I just, you know, if I just Google Section 8, Section 8 Los Angeles, it's gonna take me here, LACDA,
Anyway,
LA County.
that's in Alhambra, right?
This is Los Angeles County Development Authority.
It's in Alhambra.
Oh.
626 something. No one answers the phone
No
there.
one answers the phone in Alhambra, yeah. No one answers the phone. Well, that's great. You know, our Los Angeles Housing Authority answers the phone. And so it's weird just to hear you say that they don't answer, I don't think this department, that's really not okay. They should be answering the phone.
That's housing authority. Is that one on Wilshire?
Los Angeles Housing Authority, they're all over the place, they're downtown.
Is there one on Wilshire?
So whenever anyone asks you, if my property, you know, how much can I raise the rent? Is my property under rent control? Any of those kind of questions that you get. You can't really answer the question until you call the city. So you have to call the city, give them the address of the property, tell them the situation, and then they will give you an answer. Now, the city's only able to give you an answer based on the city. There could be state regulations that they can't answer. So if I call City Beverly Hills and I say, what's the maximum rent that I can raise? Or am I able to not renew a lease, right? So what happens if you sign a 1-year lease with someone? Month 13, they want to stay, right? So do they have to stay month 13? Or if the property's under rent control, then you have to accept month 13's rent. So I'm not going to say whether the property is or isn't until I call the city and actually give them the address. City of LA, you can go to this website called CIMAS, CIMAS, .lacity.org. So if you go to this website, CIMAS, you can look up a property like here, 2160 Century Park. You know those two twin towers on Century Park East?
Yeah.
I just want to show you guys. Yeah. You guys know these buildings here?
Yeah.
Yes.
So here, let me zoom out. Here's the Century Towers, those Century Twin Towers. And then you have these buildings here. It's a Century Park East and Olympics.
Why is that one blurred right there?
You know, that's really interesting. I've seen,
People complained or something?
I don't know, it was just the way the picture was taken. I don't know. But these buildings are, these are individually owned condominiums and they're under rent control. Okay. How would you even know that? You're gonna buy a condo, you assume a condo, not rent control, they're rent control. So if you go to this website, zemas.lac.org, whenever I'm going on a listing appointment, or I'm talking to someone, I'll pull up the property if it's Los Angeles. And you can go here and look under housing. And it's gonna say rent stabilization ordinance, RSO. I know it's really hard to see there, but it says yes. It's they're all rent stabilized. So I really don't know why this building is like that. Sometimes you have apartment buildings that were converted to condos and they remain under rent stabilization. Yeah, I don't know, but you know, this is the real thing.
Prop 33.
Prop 33 is gonna be voted on in November next month. We're only like
We're supposed to vote no or yes?
well, we want to vote no on 33,
Okay,
yes on 34, I think.
yes, no on 33, yes on 34.
5, there's 30,
Let me ask you a question.
and everything's.
JJ.
Get an ad for
Housing.
Yeah.
What is 32? I keep seeing 5 about people who are like, can't afford to live where they work, but what does that mean? Don't explain it enough.
Can I just get a discount of tax credit? Just give me.
So, okay, so what I understand about Prop 33, the reason that people are saying no on Prop 33. Prop 33 will give every city in California their own ability So each city will have the ability
Okay.
to declare rent control in their city. The rent control that they're allowed to do is it stops Contra Hawkins. So it's gonna reverse Contra Hawkins. So what is Contra Hawkins? Contra Hawkins set the initial rental rate. The initial rental rate. So that's what they're trying to overturn, the initial rental rate.
So each city can choose their rate now?
So each
Adjust.
city can say, when you rent a house, brand new house. When you rent a house, a condo, any property, even retail properties. Retail. When you rent a property, the city can set the initial amount that you're allowed to ask for. So I know a property owner now that owns properties in Santa Monica. And she went and registered all of her rentals now. She registered them all. She wanted to make sure that the rates were published now, registered,
They sent them.
before they were set or whatever. So
So if it passes, then you need each like
if
county is setting it?
if, right, so let's say it passes and Los Angeles wants to enable it. Los Angeles is gonna say, when you have a renter in a property, you must register them. You must register the rental tenant and the price they're paying. Okay, now, at the end of the lease, when they move out 12 months from now, and you're advertising your property for rent, you can't advertise the new fair market rental rate. You can only advertise the rent they were paying, plus the allowed increase 3%, 4%.
They're already kind of doing that in San Francisco, and people are starting the rent as high as, they're capping as high as possible because they know they can. It's not exactly like the proposition says, but there's people who are renting units that should be going for $2,000 for almost $6,000 because
Oh, so they've already,
they've already
they
increased.
want their first initial.
Yeah, in case it passes.
Yeah.
Like I've watched it happen across San Francisco.
Okay, so.
JJ.
Look what's happening. So
Yeah,
rates are actually gonna go up instead of being maintained.
So where does an owner go to register their tenants?
Yeah. City.
Where? It's just this,
Yes.
LA.
So like if you're in Beverly Hills, there's the Beverly Hills Stabilization Office.
Of
There is
stabilization.
it's called stabilization.
Thank you.
Stabilization.
Okay.
So every city has rent stabilization. Not every city has it, but they have an office for it. Maybe if they have, it's like, I don't think, like Inglewood, I don't think Inglewood has rent stabilization.
Of course.
So what happens?
But it,
that makes sense.
Why?
because it's close to LAX, right? I mean, I'm not a Los Angelino, but it's close to LAX.
Yeah.
And it is near that stadium, right? Or there's a lot of stuff over there. So they want that rent to go up.
Okay, Inglewood now does.
But Inglewood.
Oh, they have it now.
They didn't use
I
that.
might just make it up as something else.
I think
Well,
now
I'm
they-
also gonna add that. You're
I
right.
thought it was
Because
the racism.
So I've always known Inglewood never to have rent control. So now it says allowable rent increase, the maximum increase within a 12-month period. With 5 or more units is 3%, or the cost of inflation, whichever is greater. The maximum increase within a 12-month period with 4 or less units is 5%. Plus the cost of inflation.
And then that would basically be removed.
No rent
get them
increase,
out
no rent increase.
and
exceeds
then we're
10%.
control it.
So all I'm saying is it's really important when your client says, how much can I raise my rent? Is it under rent control? Blah, blah, blah. You need to go to the city, find the appropriate person to call, give them the address. Right? So like if I had a client that owned a property right now in Inglewood, they were asking me, I would call this number, the 310-412-5111. And I would call and I would say, I have a client, I'm, calling from Keller Williams, Beverly Hills. I have a client asking me, they have a tenant. What's the address? And they'll tell me exactly what I do. So
So every place is different.
every place is
It's
different, every address is different.
It's different than.
So you always
The
need
idea
to
of
call.
proposition is to like blanket it, I think.
Inglewood now has rent control. Wow. Long Beach didn't used to have rent control. Long Beach Rent Control, setting rents, housing authority, city of Long Beach. So they have something called rent reasonable.
I saw one yesterday. It was like 59.
First of all, no parking, which is for cooks. You're in the RV.
So just letting you guys know that.
I don't. The shooting column had a shooting, so I can't even go this way.
It's limited. It's like, oh. I think that would go.
All right, so for anybody that missed it, I just want to repeat, I was talking with a very successful team leader yesterday in the Hollywood Hills office. And he said that new agents that come in to join his team, he doesn't, so this is a page out of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, page 138. I have it for you guys. You can take one and pass it around, Richard.
Yeah.
So this, this on page 138 of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent just shows you like what you should be doing to get new clients. These are all going after new business. But the successful team that I met with yesterday, they don't do this with their new agents. Tell their new agents, put your own contacts into command. Make sure you contact every single one of your own people that you know already. Make sure you have all their contact information, their phone number, their email address. Those are the people that you're gonna really have the highest, thank you. Those are the people you're gonna have the highest chance of success for getting business from. So he really wants people to concentrate on that. He knows from his own experience that the fastest way to get an agent into a deal is with someone they already know or a referral from someone that they already know. So I thought that was really interesting because I knew that knowing where my business comes from. So just wanted to share it because
Right, thanks.
it is the right thing.
Reminder.
I just asked all my friends if I could put them in, because it's weird to just put them in because it's a relationship. But I'm like, can I put you in?
Yeah, for sure. Just say, I want to keep you updated. I want to keep you updated on what I'm doing. You may not need me now, but maybe sometime in the future. And I would. To next one. So for me, I think, so if I wanted to really drum up business, I would go after leasing. That's what I would do.
Could you show us what you look for on?
Or for 100%. Now, this is a strategy that I would implement. I would go on Zillow. And you know, what area do I want to do? So of course, you know, Beverly Hills. So.
Mhm.
Rent. 210.
One thing I found when I'm seeing like the signs in yards for
Yeah.
like that are just like a phone number and for lease, it's never homes, it's always apartments. I don't think I've ever seen one of those, just like a for lease sign that's not on a house that's not also already branded with an agent.
Okay. Well, let's just start with 90212. So this is gonna be south of Wilshire. West or east of Lincoln Hills High School. So what I'm looking for here are just properties that are not listed in the MLS. That's it. So I'm just gonna, I'll just click through all of them. So. I don't really know if it's on the MLS, right?
Have to scroll.
So I'll have to scroll listed by listing agent. Kelly Eloise, and that's often. Hey, Kelly.
Hey.
Hey, Kelly.
I don't know why this says Compass. She's not with Compass. I have to tell her. Wow.
Oh.
Kelly.
Uh-huh.
She didn't leave us, did
Oh, she was here. She went to Compass. She came back, but a long time ago.
Oh,
She needs to update her.
yeah, her profile's dated.
It's another one too.
JJ's on her.
Yes.
There's gotta be multiple screens.
All around.
My name is so common, there's like
Adults. Mm-mm.
And just Johnson.
variations of it.
There's a little.
I'll do finance. Kelly Alpha. Bar. Or Beverly Hills. So, okay, so what I'm, okay, so this one is.
Thorough, I love it.
This one's listed.
Bedroom.
Here's 22,000, and it's probably listed 19. Shiva Nardot. Shiva used to be in this office. She used to be in my office, so 12 years ago, or over 12 years ago. I took her office. Ginger Glass,
JJ,
yeah.
is there, I've never been on
So
it.
basically, you're looking to see who doesn't have an agent.
Just looking for something not listed. That's
That's
not listed by an agent, yeah.
I just thought of something, I've never done it, but what about that, for sale, for rent by owner site with?
Yeah, you can do that, for sure. Now, this is listed by a management company. I'm probably not gonna call him, probably not. Now, this is what I'm doing if I'm not getting up out of my chair. If I'm willing to drive around a neighborhood, that's where I'm really gonna see the for lease signs that are not by agents.
Oh, true, you said.
It-
more.
This is on me being really lazy and not getting out of my chair. So,
Why are you not doing the one listed by management?
okay, in order to be a management company, you have to be licensed. And usually the management company agreement. There's usually a clause in the property management agreement that they're gonna do all your leasing for you. But in the event you decide to sell your property, they are gonna list it. So
Upside on.
there's no upside on it except for the.
That's the whole job of a property manager. All the other stuff, they're supposed to fill units.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
mean, a property management company loves when they can sell the property, right? So listed by management company, so. Maybe Zillow's not I don't know, I mean, maybe Beverly Hills is not, I don't know. I think you'll have a better chance of driving around and looking for signs that are not
I also think
real estate signs.
less high income neighborhoods probably have more of it,
Uh-huh,
like overall.
apartments, some. What I have found recently. What I've found recently is, I'm not just having to do comps on the MLS to get a lease comp. I am also having to go to apartments.com and Zillow. See if there's stuff there that's not on the MLS. Because when you put something for lease on the MLS and you're not getting calls. And you know that it's priced right on the MLS. It could be because there's so many things that are competing with you not on the MLS. So.
Oh, that's so true.
So. Let's just say here 90035. Let's just.
I mean, if you're on something, it should show up, because from how I've searched for apartments and how my friends have done it, you are literally just looking at apartments in that neighborhood. So it should show up, hopefully. Or like this, use this app.
Yeah, so. I wish there was this faster way.
And you still have to double check to see. Listed, right?
Yeah, I wish there was a faster way to see here, Brian, condo expert, so. But I know that this is what I would do, like, I would seriously take this. I would do this full time and just get as many listings as I could,
There are people that do that.
yeah, for
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. This is a good way to make money, like, if you lease a $5,000 a month place. Now hopefully you're signing a 3% side, and hopefully you can do both sides, but.
It's like-
5,000 a month times 12, 60,000, that's $60. And then that's gonna be 1,800 or 3,600.
Yeah.
1,800 if you only represent the landlord, 3,600 if you represent both sides. You can do 10 of those a month.
Apartment.com?
That's good money, right?
Yeah.
It's really.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not just that, you're also talking to people. Some of those people could be buyers.
Oh, yeah.
And you're keeping in touch with them after they become tenants to see if they're going to buy when their lease is up. You can put together a pretty good database pretty fast. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And I would do that anywhere, even not knowing anyone, but you know, that's what I would do. I would just start building up a huge database of tenants and lease listings. I think it's a very easy phone call to call a landlord and just say, would you like to advertise your property in the MLS? And they, you know, anyone that has a vacant unit, of course, wants to rent their property. So if I'm a landlord and I can't rent my unit, I'm not getting called. And an agent calls me and says, would you like to list your property in the MLS? I'm gonna say, well, what is that? How much is that gonna cost me? What does that look like? And then you'll have your listing appointment, right? Pretty easy, right? It's a 2-3 page listing agreement.
How much does it cost to be in the MLS?
So it doesn't cost anything for you to put it in. You're gonna have to take some photos. So the question is, are you gonna have a professional photographer, or are you gonna take your own photos with your iPhone or whatever? Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. So, I mean,
What was that company that you suggested that did?
oh, so there's a company called LA360 VR.
Yeah, that's what it is. Those prices were nice.
Here's the company.
Oh, they were low and you could do this and you can get like a VR thing.
Oh, wow. Here they charge. Yeah. Up to 2,000 feet, $299. Yeah. 3D virtual tour plus photos.
You said it comes with a floor plan too? Or
This one comes with a floor plan, the gold pack. For $349, you get photos, you get a virtual tour and a floor plan.
And lunch you can for a lease.
it's cheap?
It's good.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
The pictures are gonna be awesome. Your clients are gonna love you. Now, you don't have a huge budget when you're doing this. You just don't.
Right.
Because look, let's just say it's 5,000 a month. And you're gonna make 1,800 and you're now splitting it out with the office and you're deducting 350, right? Plus your time of traveling to show the property. So you know, this is not a huge moneymaker, but if you do a lot of it, it is a moneymaker. So that's it.
JJ,
Should this apartment.com and Zillow?
I would look at apartments.com, I'd look at Zillow. Most of all, I would probably drive around an area. And so if I was gonna do this today, I would get in my car and I would drive down the street. I would see a for rent sign. I'll write down the address and the phone number and I'll just keep going. All I'm gonna do is do data collection. I'm gonna drive around, get addresses and phone numbers. I might do a little description on the property. Or I might take a picture, I don't know, but I'm gonna get as much data as I can and then go back to my desk and make my calls and just say, would you like to advertise? I saw your property at such and such address. You know,
How can I find this property?
by driving around and looking for signs, for rent signs. They're everywhere.
Oh, just for rent side.
And there happens to be a lot of rentals right now. A lot. Everyone I'm talking to is telling me how much. I see a lot of rentals, a lot of rentals. This is a huge opportunity right now. So, look, if you do 10, let's say you make an average of $2,000 on each one. If you do 10, that's 20 grand a month. It's not bad.
Oh.
It's not bad. So
JJ,
they can do
JJ.
more. It's up to you. How much do you want to work?
JJ, this is
Uh,
Stephanie.
Okay, so.
JJ? Can you
If
hear me?
Don't want to do that. A lot of people off. Then you have to say, where are you gonna go for new business? So Gary Keller makes it really easy for us. And he has this page 138 in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. This is where you can go. Now, there's a difference between prospecting and marketing. Prospecting is direct, you're talking to people directly. Marketing is you're throwing a lot of money at trying to get people to call you. Prospecting is direct and very low cost or no cost. Marketing is you're just throwing a lot of money out there to get business. Both will work. Just you want to spend a lot of money, get your leads. So for sale by owners are usually unrealistic on what they want to get a price. But if you ever drive by a for sale sign that is not a real estate sign, you should definitely pull over, call the sign, call the number on the sign and say, you know, I would say, hi, this is JJ Wallack, Keller Williams, Beverly Hills. I'm parked in front of your property at such and such address. I see your sign. Do you cooperate with agents? Right? So first of all, if now the first thing they're gonna say to me is, do you have a buyer? That's, so there's only so many comments and questions you're gonna get from a for sale by owner. If all you did was concentrate on scripts and dialogues for sale by owners, you know the whole dialogue, right? So what is the for sale by owner seller? They want to save commissions, right? That's the whole reason that they're doing for sale by owners. They don't want to spend the money on commissions. They think they can do it themselves, so they might sense some defeat, right? There might be some defeat there if they don't do it themselves because they don't want to try and fail. So just keep that in mind. You're dealing with someone like that. So my question to them is, do you cooperate with agents? They'll say, do you have a buyer? My response is, I have lots of buyers. Can I come see your property? It's like, well, if you have a buyer, bring them. I say, well, I'm not bringing anyone until I see your property and talk to you because I want to make sure. I want to see what it is you have for sale and, well, let me see the property first. I'm not wasting anyone's time. Not gonna waste your time, not gonna waste my time or their time. Sure. So get the appointment. Don't try to answer any questions over the phone. Don't argue, obviously don't argue.
Oh, that's so good.
But it's,
No, but it's easier said than done.
why am I saying that? Because they want to argue with you. They
want to argue with
they
you.
want to argue with you, yes.
Why would they want to argue?
Because
Yell at you.
they just. Knows. I don't know.
People are having a bad day.
Calling them,
Right.
that's pretty yelling at me.
All right, so that's the thing. There's all these, they're getting calls. Everyone wants to try to list their property and they don't want to waste their time. Do you have a buyer? If you have a buyer, bring them, right? That's all they're saying. So I'm saying, of course, let me come see the property first. Now, if they don't want to show, if they say, no, I'm only going to show the property to you if you have a buyer. Say, now I know I really need to come see your property. I really need an appointment with you now. If that's the way that you're responding to me, I need to come down.
See, that's cause for an argument.
Right, it is possible. I'm gonna say, look, what time can I come? Just give me 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. Now, when I'm sitting with that person, I'm gonna make them realize about the conversation that we just had over the phone, that conversation could have killed a buyer coming in. All right. And I do this for a living. It's my job. Like I filter buyers, I bring them in. You have a different, like, what do you do for a living, right? This is what you do. This is what I do. So you're not a full-time real estate person. Let a full-time real estate person handle the transaction, right? So, but you want to get your foot in the door, that's how. Yeah. Expireds are also people that tried to sell and couldn't. So there are a lot of top agents in Beverly Hills that I know started and expired. So yes, there's competition. There's competition for everything. Once you get one expired and you have a track record, you can use it for your next expired listing appointment.
How can you get an expired?
It's just going onto the MLS and looking for expireds and making sure they're not currently actively listed. So
I tried calling. I'm barely calling though. I call 5 or 10 here and there, and I'm just not getting through and I'm getting disconnected phone numbers. But maybe if I upgrade to Vulcan 7, I'll probably have more luck. So I'm going on Clearmark Title, pulling phone numbers right now.
So it takes a lot of time to research how to get someone's phone number. It takes time. And you shouldn't be spending all your time in research because you can spend half an hour, 45 minutes trying to figure out how to get in contact with someone, and then you call it disconnected,
Yeah.
right? So I think if you're gonna do expireds, it does pay to subscribe to a company to buy the phone numbers. It does pay because your time is better spent spending the money, and then all you're doing is calling, than spending all your time doing the research.
Right.
Now, if you're going to do it yourself, so you're gonna go to search listing, single family. And then you're gonna click on this expired thing. Now, you don't have to do expireds recently expired. You can do expired, a year ago. So let's say I want everything that expired in 2020, let's say 2022. I'll go from 1/1/22 to 12/31/22. So all I do is I went search listing single family, and then I clicked on the calendar next to expire. All right, so it's telling me in the database here is 24,000 expired listings. And I'm obviously gonna zoom into the area I want to work. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna go for this whole area. All right, these are all expires. If it's black, it just means that there's more than one in that little area. All right, now. Search visible map. There's 272 expired listings here from 2022. It's a lot. So let's just say I want to call this person here. So I can click them now. I see that it was on the market in 2022. If I click on the MLS, it's going to give me the MLS printout. But if I click on the address, it's going to give me the public records. So I'm going to click on the address. And don't forget, I'm talking about a listing for 2022. So if I click that, let's see what pops up. Okay, I'm going to look here and see when it was last sold. It was last sold in 2024. So, okay, not an expired anymore. It's sold. All right, so let me go to that one. Long Island. I'm going to go down to the last market sale. Okay, so I see canceled, expired. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. Oh, no, it's sold in 24. See that? All right, so no, not that one. Another one. This is good money here. 2.8. Let's see.
You can't just have one.
This is how you can quickly see if it's currently listed. Because the public records that you're clicking on here show listing information. Expired. This is 2008. 21, last market sale 2004. Okay, this is a good one. So that we have winner. All right, so you want to call this person. So this is a person that you would call and say, hi, I see you tried to sell your property in 2022. If I brought you a buyer, would you be interested in selling? And I'll say, well, do you have a buyer? Say, well, how much do you want? Say, well, how much do you think I get? Say, well, let me come over. That's a listing appointment. Right?
Hey Jay,
Yes.
what's the best source to get accurate number on?
Okay, so we have Gregory and Helen Yu. So now I can easily pay 12 cents and get it at Clearmark. Okay, so I can go to Clearmark title. You guys should all have accounts at Clearmark. So if you don't have an account at Clearmark, just sign up. Gary Ferris is our rep.
You can also just text him and that answer. And do it.
Okay, so once I'm here. Property address.
If you have just name and then.
This was 936 South Highland, right? So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go property search. 936 South Highland Avenue. Search. And then I have this little gear. And I'm gonna go phone and email lookup. And it's gonna say total charge 12 cents, pay now.
Oh, sweet.
Out of my credit balance pay, we'll just take 12 cents out of my credit balance. And it'll give me,
Funny, on the email, it says 5 cents, but here it says 12 cents.
so I think it's a charge for the email and the phone. And maybe it charges you less if. So here's the phone number, let's call them. Let's do go on listing one.
Sure.
I'm not wasting my time.
Love it, JJ.
Uh-huh,
Hey.
thorough.
JJ,
Gonna get the listening.
First call.
JJ.
Yes, hi, this is JJ Wallack with Keller Williams Beverly Hills. How are you?
Okay, that sounds.
There you now, go in my calendar.
What's that Saturday, babe?
That's just a temporary no.
It's a no.
That's a no for now.
It's either I'm gonna keep calling you until you die or listen with someone else. That's the attitude.
It's basically.
Or great, especially when it's cloudy.
See, now that I paid that 12 cents, I'm getting my money's worth.
It's like when I went to the listing yesterday.
Save number.
She was coming. It's like, I was coming upstairs.
And here's my conversation on Monday. It's gonna be, hi Gregory, I tried calling you on Wednesday, our call got disconnected. I see that you were selling your house in 2022. Would you still entertain an offer? And see where that conversation goes and see if I can get an appointment. That's how it's done. Okay, now. That costs 12 cents. There's also a website called fastpeoplesearch.com. Fast People Search. So now, again, this is taking time, right? So the address for that was 936 South Highland Avenue. Address. Highland Ave. That's Los Angeles, California. Research. Okay. We're looking for Gregory here. Grace, yeah. What did I get?
Oh, there's numbers.
I got 259,9,000. Let's just do a search on the page. 9,000. There it is. I just want to.
I love that you can get all this research on people.
Yeah. So, you know what? It might be just worth paying the 12 cents, right? I think I got the right number because. Okay, look, this is our business. So you're gonna this is how you do it. So just go in the MLS. Address stuff. We are gonna call them together on Monday. So that's it. I'm just gonna click the property, click on so this, again, I'm searching 2022, click on the address, looking in the public records. Oh, this is him. Again, the same, oh no, sorry. This property did sell in 2023, so, oh, that's not it. This one, expire. Okay, perfect. So here's another target. Something recorded. Something last market sale 2023. No, this one sold. So that's how you would do it if you're going after it. There are always people that have to sell. Always. Right? Who has to sell? So divorces have to sell. Usually, inherited property, you have a bunch of siblings that inherit a property and they want to split the. There's always one sibling that wants it, right? So that property has to sell. So if you just think like that and figure how can I get in touch with those people, you know, that should be what your daily prospecting activity is. There has to be a daily prospecting activity. So again, go to page 138 in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Go through these. You want to pick one thing, one category of prospects that you're going to do daily for lead gen. That's in addition to people you already know, because you have to talk to people you already know. That is where most of your business is going to come from. All right, we'll take a minute break. And then we're just going to talk about counter offers. We'll be that one, but counter offers. Give you on mute.
Look, it's not very new, this is very New York.
It's still